First on YouTube. Now let's see how we're working over here on Facebook. Let's see what happens. We're live. And it looks different, doesn't it, people that haven't shown up yet? Jennifer. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, we got to play it again. Diana is here. Hey, Opa. Hey, Georgiana. Kate's here. I'm a little crooked, but it's okay. Cindy's here. You see who's over here. Marilyn is here on YouTube. Janice is here. Marlene is here. Diana. Lynette, how you doing? Hey, y'all. Hey, Gina. So, hang loose a minute. I've got all kinds of technology happening here, y'all. Hey, Sheila. So, for those of y'all watching on Facebook, does it look a little different? Hey, Ray. Hey, Susan. Does it look any different at all if you're on Facebook? Hey, Rachel. Hey, Betty. So, if it doesn't look any different, then you can ignore this next part, but I'm going to say it anyway. Jody's here. Cindy's here. Janice is here. Hey, y'all. We'll just pause for a moment and let everybody join us and say hello like good host. Hey, Millie. How you doing? All settled. Jan and Harold. How's Harold doing, Jan? Marlene says, play it again. Play it again, Sam. Oh, Janice has me on the big screen. Whoop, I hit the thingy with my foot. Kate, it's crooked, not twisted. Hey, Henry. Holy moly, I look smaller. Jennifer says I look smaller. Well, I'm going to use this one forever. Hey, Dee. Good evening, Jody. I'm looking fancy. I'm all fancy. I got on a lace shirt. I couldn't get the camera any lower. I'll tell you all in just a moment. Hey, Melody. Hey, Kimberly. Glad you made it. Georgie's here. Hey, 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 everybody. This is why I don't sing for you, because I can't sing. Hey, Trish. My Keep Being Fabulous is back. It's been back for a little bit. Sometimes it shows up. Sometimes it doesn't. Hey, Martha, I look brighter. Hey, Dee, how you doing, Dee? Thanks, Betty. More light. Well, I'll just tell you. The other day, maybe just yesterday, I don't know. I think it was Betsy. Maybe, I can't remember now. Hey, Jody. Posted something in the tribe, and it was an old video of me. It was October of 2016. Hey, Sharon. And I didn't even have purple hair, y'all. It was just freaky. Hey, Catherine. And let's see. Oh, Marilyn says the image isn't me on YouTube. Marilyn, are you still there? I don't think there's anybody on YouTube. On YouTube, hold up. On YouTube, can y'all see me? Hey, Annette. Hey, Cindy. On YouTube, am I live or am I Memorex on YouTube? Hey, Nancy. Now I want to see if what you're looking at on YouTube, because if it isn't me, I'll just stop that. Let's see. Marilyn says it's not backwards, but it's me, right? Okay, but it's me. Okay, good. Whew, I was like, I don't know what it is. Anyway, it's me on YouTube. Hey, Christine. So the other day, maybe yesterday, I think it was Betsy, posted an old video of me. I realized I did not turn my messages off. Now they'll still pop up, but y'all can't see them, and it's okay. Okay, so anyway, that video that I watched from October 2016, I didn't even have purple hair, y'all. It was freaky. But I was using the iPad, and I said, why don't I use the iPad again? Why don't I try that? Well, now I know why I don't, because it's much more cumbersome, because it's much bigger on the iPad than my phone. So and the little my Keep Being Fabulous that's on my Facebook, not on YouTube, it's cut off. And what I'm looking at, I don't know. I can't. It's kind of weird. Anyway, so I thought I would try the iPad tonight. I didn't know if it would look any different from what y'all usually watch, and if it doesn't, then never mind. Hey, Patricia. So there you go. Y'all, some of y'all said it looked lighter. I don't have any idea why. Maybe because it's a bigger screen. I don't know about those kinds of things. I know it was harder to set up. I may go back to my phone. So on YouTube, I am on the laptop, and on Facebook, I'm on the iPad, and I have my phone just in case I need it. I have all the eyes, all the eye things. I should take a picture. All the eye things right here. Let's see if I can even take a picture with all this stuff. Wood Lord. Hey, Tanya. Oh, goodness. Normus. Oh, nothing happened. Nothing just happened. Kate says I'm smaller. That's just crazy. Hey, Susan. That's just crazy that I'm smaller. It's a much bigger screen. Anyway, my phone just fell on the floor. And did y'all ever, do your kids, or did you, like when something would happen, when you do something, when you break something or something would fall, you'd say, nothing happened. Everything's okay. I used to do that. And Tater does that too. She'll say, everything's fine. Everything's good. Hey, Martha. Oh, good, Trish. Yeah, it's good to be happy that your kids start in high school. Mary Kay says YouTube is ahead of Facebook. Oh, that's weird. I know. There goes my phone. It just fell on the floor. So I had all the eyes, but one's on the floor now. Hey, Lori. This is the 149th. I didn't do cheers yet, Henry. I'm hurrying. I was captured by iPad. This is the 149th show of this episode of the Scattered Sasha show, y'all. 149 episodes. So it's been going for 3 years. This is season 3, episode 149, episode 48 within season 3. And typically what I do is after 50 shows in a season, I start a new season over. I take a little break. Hey, Jenny. Thank you, Rachel. Because, that's what TV shows do. They take a little break. Kate, I got on pants or pajama pants, but I got on pants. I didn't just 5 minutes ago. Anyway, so I will next week will be 150th show, and then I'll take a little break, like 2-3 weeks, not like 6 months like the stars do. No, I'm only like a 3-week girl. So 149th show, and I think back to, thank y'all so much. I think back to the very first one, and we talked about this not too long ago. The very first one was an accident. Hey, Jenny. Every person had gotten the ability to go live on Facebook. Up until that point, it was only celebrities and famous people. Hey, Teresa, that got to go live. And I had asked for live, but I was nobody. So when they gave the ability for everybody to go live, I sat on the back porch, and I know some of y'all were here and some of you remember. I sat on the back porch. Mac was cooking hiatus. That's right. And I was drinking a glass of wine, and I was just going live and just chatting with y'all. It was the coolest thing. And back then, that was before giraffes went live and National Geographic went live and space went live. Thanks, Kathy. So there were like 350,000 people. Not really that I reached with that video, which was insane. Now it's like 12 people, not 1,000. The kitchen may be finished by then, Beth. Who knows? So that was the very first one. Thank you, Beverly. It's kind of transformed since then. It started out as the Tip Your Glass Tuesday, and then it transitioned to the Scattered Sasha show not too long after that, because I couldn't say Tip Your Glass Tuesday a whole lot, and I also struggled with the Scattered Sasha show sometimes. But it has stayed the same in that it has been an hour-long show with me as the host. Hey, Joyce. And that's about it. Yeah. So anyway, a lot of different things have been talked about in the 3 years and the 149 episodes that the Scattered Sasha show has been on the air. There are some shows on TV that have lasted less time than the Scattered Sasha show. We should tell that to somebody. I'm not sure who, but yeah. And there's a lot of Facebook Live people, the famous that have gotten Facebook famous and have gone on to have their own TV shows. Hey, Stacy. Melissa Radke is one. Absolutely, Henry. Henry, it's time. Henry needs a cheer, y'all. We're going to raise our cups to cheer. What are y'all drinking tonight? And then I'll come back to the story. What are y'all drinking tonight? Henry needs a cheer. Cheers, y'all. Cheers. Cheers. I am drinking iced caramel macchiato. Macchiato? What was that? Iced caramel macchiato. Hey, Peg. I I didn't get my water because I was wrangling the iPad tripod. The iPad tripod. Try saying that several times. From the bonus room at 8:52, I ran up to the bonus room. Now, ran is not the exact right word. I hustled my fanny up there and I drug this giant tripod back down. So I did not get my water. But cheers to y'all. Henry, I hope it gets better tomorrow. Jennifer is having sweet tea Crystal Light with Peach Evan Williams. I like me some peach whiskey, y'all. Oh, Trish, thank you so much. I wish you could speak to everybody. Speak for everybody. Catherine says sweet tea. Rachel says Sprite Zero. Jody says cranberry spritzer. That sounds delicious. Come back live with a new kitchen. I'm just going to tell y'all, there's an illusion out there that it'll be done in mid-September, but I'm not buying it. I am not buying it at all. Linda says cheers with light beer. Yay, Terry, vacation week. You can stay up late. Cheers, Betty. I was in a restaurant once or twice, and I had a drink. Another blowout, Henry. I had an alcoholic drink, and I know exactly where we were now. I had a chocolate martini. Diane dreamt I was in a Hallmark Christmas movie last night. I could be in a Hallmark Christmas movie. I mean, think about it. Let's concoct a Hallmark Christmas movie around me as being the star, and all y'all could be extras, and not just extras, but part of it. I'm thinking this could work. I'm thinking this could work. A Hallmark Christmas. I'm in. Okay. Anyway, I don't have any idea what story I was on. Oh yeah, I remember. We were in a restaurant. I had a chocolate martini, and I was on my second one, which is very rare. Very, very rare. I am a one martini girl. Okay. And it was, Diane says she hasn't hustled since the 70s. Yeah, I know what you mean. I was just walking fast. Good, Stacy. Drink the martini was in a martini glass, and it was full. It was very, very full. Okay. Andrea says orange Coke. I've not tried that. Anyway, I'm trying not to kick the tripod because if it could all go over. So I'm trying to read something. No, Marilyn. So it had one of those little tiny clear straws. First of all, y'all still with me? I mean, this has been a long, convoluted story. I have a martini. It was full to the top, and it had one of those little tiny short clear straws. Okay, everybody with me so far? And I was looking up at the server who was asking me a question. And I attempted to take a drink of my very full martini with the little short clear straw. Y'all know the straws I'm talking about. And I went kind of like this, and I couldn't find the straw. And I'm going, and I know the server thought I was already totally drunk, but I wasn't at all, because at that point I had one martini. But yeah, I couldn't find that stupid little straw. So there we go. I don't even know where we were. We were cheering. We were saying good things. Somebody had some orange Coke. I can't imagine orange Coke unless it was with some rum. I will put rum in anything. You know, the water from Walmart, the crystal water that's fake, and the sparkling water that's like 10 for $1. No, that's not right. 10 for $10. They're $1. Why don't people just say they're $1? Why do you say 10 for $10? It's like we don't know that's $1 each. Come on, Walmart, we got it. Anyway, if you have, for example, a blackberry one and you put coconut rum in it, it's quite delicious. I got a little horn sticking up right here. Can y'all see that? Yeah, right there. There we go. Diet orange Coke. Hey, Allie, how are you? Diana has pineapple pomegranate pomegranate water. Robin says vanilla orange Coke. Really? Wow. I have seen several different flavors of Coke. Um, there was a blood orange one. Isn't that one? I don't know. Rum and pink lemonade in a blender with ice. Oh, that sounds delicious too. We may be going down a path, y'all. Going down a path. Oh my goodness. Yay, Patricia. So let's see here. What else was I going to talk about? I got so distracted by everything. They're hoping I buy 10 and just one. But Jennifer, I don't. I buy two. Cherry Coke. Oh, I'm not a Coke drinker. If I'm going to drink a soft drink, which is rare, it'll be a Diet Dr. Pepper or a Diet Pepsi. I keep like one of each of the little like 8 ounces in Janice, I know what you mean. I keep one of the like 8 ounce bottles in the refrigerator, like for emergencies, like say Wednesdays. And I keep a Diet Dr. Pepper and a Diet Pepsi. So whenever there's an emergency, that's the only thing I have in the fridge. Everything else is water and iced coffee. Lime Coke. Robin, I don't know, but I bet it'd be good with coconut rum. Robin wants to know what lime Coke is like. That's a good question. Kate, you're drinking what? A K blueberry pomegranate vitamin water. What? Kate, somebody go to Kate's house. She's been kidnapped. And this is a clue that she's drinking this water. Okay. This is a clue. Peach moonshine in my freezer. Y'all, when we have been sorting and cleaning and organizing. Hey, Donna. And so we got to the liquor that had been just stored in the floor. And y'all, I found, okay, here's the significance of this. I found a bottle of moonshine and it was to Mac. It was a Christmas gift from my mom and daddy. Now, my mama has been gone 4.5 years. So it's at least 5 years old. It had never been opened. And so I asked Mac, I'm like, it was like you buy at the liquor store here. The, pick a brand of, hey, Janine, pick a brand of whatever moonshine there is that's Night Linda, that is on the market. Well, I asked my husband, who had never even opened this. Okay. I said, do you think you're ever going to drink this? He said, that's right, Whitney. He said, I don't think so. He said, I've got a bottle that was made in Alabama out in the woods underneath the sink. I'm like, what? You have what? He said, maybe it's out in the shop. You have a bottle that was made in Alabama out in the woods, like in a steel, under in the shed under the sink. What? So anyway, I did give that away to a friend who was all in. She said, "Oh yeah, I want to have it. Absolutely." Yeah, we kept it in the floor in the old kitchen, which is really the same kitchen. We just didn't have room for everything, and rather than like do something with it, we just put it in the floor. So in the process, night y'all. I mean, Diana said night y'all, and I said night y'all, night Diana. So rather than put it back in the cabinet, I gifted some of it. I asked my friends who wanted this specific kind of liquor, and we are much lighter there in the liquor section. He said, let's just keep what we actually. I'm like, I don't know. I think when some people are over, we should put out this stuff that we never drink. I mean, doesn't that make sense? That makes sense, right? It's like, we never drink this. Let's leave it out for the guests. Oh, Donna, I hope things are going well. So there we go. Yeah. But we've cleaned out a whole lot of stuff. I found that napkin from a restaurant that I put it in the floor. Well, Beth, it was just sitting in the floor. I didn't really have a place for it. So just kind of lined up against the wall in the kitchen in the dining room is where the liquor was. That makes perfect sense. Now we have a cabinet for it. Tuesday, how are you doing? Now we have a cabinet for it. And it's much nicer in the cabinet. And I had to really pare down. I found, y'all, here's the problem. I found 4 bottles with like this much of coconut rum in each of them. And it would be against the rules to throw that out. So I was forced to put in a little bit in each of my sparkling waters over the last week or so. So there you go. Now I only have 2 bottles. But yeah, just this. Oh, thought I had a trapdoor at Bath. Wouldn't that be cool? That would be so cool to have a trapdoor. So first of all, back up just a little bit. I said that I put it in the floor, and oh, I know what you mean, Donna. And so Beth thought I had like a trap door, which would be phenomenal, like some secret stash room where you kept your alcohol in this old house. I love that. That's a great idea. I'm not telling Mac that because he would do that. Okay, he would do that. Speaking of which, talking about the cellar, somebody said keep it in the cellar. I'm not going down the cellar. My cellar is the cellar that horror movies are made from. Okay. If they wanted to film a horror movie in a cellar, they would come to my house, a speakeasy, right, Whitney? Wouldn't that be cool? I think in the pub, we should make that the storage, right there. It didn't have goat heads. There's another story there. Anyway, my cellar is the ones that creep everybody out. It's a dirt cellar. It is about, let's see, 6.5 foot tall height, ceiling height. And there's, when you open the creaky wooden door, there you go. And you start to look down into these dirt concrete, like we're fancy or something. When you start to look down into these dirt steps that are covered in spider webs and the detritus of a dirt cellar, I'm like, no, the whole house could be dark and I would not go down there to flip the switch. Ain't happening. So, the microwave tripped the breaker. My steps are dirt too, Ginger. I got confused. I try not to go down there. So the microwave, we got a new, close the door, Kate says. I can't close it as good. So the new microwave, the new outlet that the microwave is plugged into, tripped the breaker. Flipped the breaker? Did it trip or flip? I think it flipped the breaker. Tabra, how are you? So I texted the electrician and he said, just go flip the breaker. I'll be out later. I'm like, nope, that's not happening. And he couldn't come today anyway. So I'm like, nope, not happening. No cellar for me. Thank you very much. So I think he's coming out tomorrow to look at that little issue. There's something wrong. Microwave's not working. So I'll give you a quick daddy update. Oh, Tara, I hope she's okay. Trips. Let's see. Beth says trips. Oh, you trip it? I tripped the breaker. Okay, good. It's funny. Y'all are about 2 minutes or a minute or 30 seconds behind me. So I feel like I'm not high enough. I can't make this thing go any lower. I could sit up. Anyway, I'll give you a quick daddy update. The home health nurse has his number. Oh, yes. She's tough, and I like her. She ain't messing around. She took his salt shaker, y'all. She physically took it and moved it where he couldn't reach it. And I'm like, oh, she is bold. She was just like, you have to stop eating salt. Your feet are too swollen. You've got way too much fluid and you have to stop eating salt or you're going to go back to the hospital. And so I'm like, cool. I'm glad you're saying that because I said it and I got in trouble. I got fussed at. So home health nurse has daddy's number. Yes, she does. She has his number. It was funny to watch. Well, it wasn't funny. No, Beth, this is the only thing that was on the microwave, was on that breaker, was the microwave. I keep hitting the thingy. So anyway, daddy is he's not doing good, tell you the truth. He's got a lot of fluid. Hey, Linda. And the nurse is on him. That's right, Patricia. I was so happy. Catherine says your grandma got fake salt. Well, the Mrs. Dashes I don't even know what that is, but somebody said you could get that, and I've got it on the Walmart order, and I'm going to get that for him, and maybe that will be better because he's like, I'm not cutting out my salt. And I said, then you go back to the hospital. Hey, Barbara, it's the middle of the night where she is. You're early, Barbara. No, it's the next morning there, right? Yeah, Barbara, it's the next morning. Somebody, oh, it's in England that it's the middle of the night. See, I have to keep my country straight. Barbara's in Australia and it's tomorrow, and Elizabeth's in England and it's tonight. I got it. I got it. I got it. I'm good. Yeah. So the salt is out, but I know him. I've been knowing him for about 55 or 56 years. Beth asked if his blood pressure is high. Well, he takes blood pressure medicine, so it's not usually. Unsalted potato chips, Kate. I will try to find those. But I'll get Mrs. Dash salt substitute and see if that goes over. Oh yeah. Oh, this home health nurse. Oh, I'm loving her. Oh, I'm loving her. Loving her. I'm like, you need to just stay with us. Wherever you go, we go. Wherever we go, wherever you go. Oh, looky there. I can change that and I don't have to look down. So yeah, she's good. She's good. Oh my goodness. I know, Linda. He's just not good. He's just not doing really good. So hopefully we can keep him out of, you're right, Marlene. There are different flavors of Mrs. Dash. Like what kind of flavors? This is like salt. What kind of flavors are salt? I don't have any idea. Hey, Whitney. So anyway, we're going to see how that goes. That was the salt. She said, no salt, no salt. She didn't say cut down on salt. She said, no salt. And he's like, that's not going to happen. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. He wanted some chips with his sandwich at lunch today. And the only kind I had, we're not big chip eaters unless there's cake in the house. Then I have to have Ruffles. Tater had some honey barbecue, those little pops or something, which I really do like, but I try not to buy them. The only chips I had was pita chips that were sea salt. And I'm like, oh, that would not be good. Hey, Mickey. Mrs. Dash is just spices. Oh, okay. Well, then we shall see how that works. I'm hoping it works well because salt might be disappeared. We were talking about throwing out spices, and the nurse said, so Stephen said there's no salt on honey buns. He is so right. I bet there's sodium in there. The nurse said, well, let's just throw out the salt too. And he said, no, we're not going to throw out the salt. And she said, well, you're not supposed to eat it. Catherine says salt is in everything. And that's exactly what she said. She said anything processed, and it is anything processed, which is basically all it eats, is going to be full of salt. So this will be a challenge. Veggie straws instead of chips. Oh, Martha, that's a good idea. Hey, Patty. So I'll try the veggie straws. He'll be fussing about that. Oh, I can just hear it now. Henry, salt is life. I love salt too. I don't know. It's not true. I mean, he salts everything. I don't salt everything, but I do like anything that's got a potato in the name, like baked, fried, cut up, vodka. No, that's not true. I will put salt on. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, it's almost, I gotta talk faster. Speaking of talking faster, Barbara says no more bacon. I know. He likes sausage, but I said, I don't think that's any better. There's salt in a drinking egg. Beth, I don't know what that means. No processed and no salt. Man, that would be tough. Yes, I've got him fruit and veggies. I've got him all those kinds of things. Anyway, I got a message today from someone right after the morning show. And it wasn't a person who is on there all the time, but that doesn't matter. Even if it had been, I'm not going to say who it was. They said, I can't listen to your show anymore because you talk too fast and I can't understand what you say. To which I said, I'm sorry, I can't talk any slower because here's what's happened. I try very hard sometimes when I'm speaking publicly to slow down what I'm saying or my speech, and I forget what I'm talking about midway through because it's like, where was I? I know. Can y'all imagine the 14 different stories if I were talking really slowly? This would be a 4-hour show. I have to talk fast to get it all out. I mean, come on, that's how it works. So I wished them well. And it was there, Norma. The morning show was on. She said she couldn't find it. Sugar on the rim of a margarita glass. That sounds pretty good, but I don't know about that. It have to be like a strawberry margarita. Anyway, No, I can have salt. I'm good. Sharon, you're golden. So anyway, I've tried to talk slower, and usually that means I've got my brain is like 47 different places if I'm talking slower and I'm just trying to catch up with one of them. Just one, just one. It is commercial time. Y'all don't go anywhere. Usually during commercial time, everybody goes and gets another drink, but y'all hang out. Here we go. This show is brought to you by scatteredsasha.com. Now, what on earth is over at scatteredsasha.com that you couldn't find right here on Facebook or YouTube? So much stuff. Acorns and rule. That's right. The very first thing is the podcast, the Glitter and Grace podcast. Somebody said, "What the heck's a podcast?" It's like a radio talk show, but it's not live, and it's me having a conversation um, with other women, and one at a time, typically. Thanks, Marlene. It's a lot of fun. You can listen on your phone. You can listen to a whole lot of different platforms. If you have Apple Podcast or Google Play or whatever, it lets you choose. Okay. So on scatteredsasha.com, you'll see the podcast link. There are 5 episodes up. There'll be another one up for Thursday. I'm trying to remember what day it is. They launch on Thursday. And I am so very excited about it. It's the Glitter and Grace podcast where the conversation about life continues. And that's exactly what it is. It's a conversation with women that I find interesting and I think that you will enjoy listening to as well. So the Glitter and Grace podcast. The next thing that you need to check out on the scatteredsasha.com website is the Glitter and Grace Club because it's amazing. All the people who are in it will tell you it's amazing. It's $10 a month. It is a online membership club, and you get a daily email that is all about motivation and inspiration and empowerment. You get a weekly video that is a little bit of life coaching, a little bit of motivation, a little bit of life hacks, and a little bit of life lessons. And you get an email newsletter. And Melody, you're welcome. You get a birthday gift in the mail. You get a Zoom call once a month, which is where everybody hangs out and we chat and we are like live on the computer thing. A dance party, downloads. Oh, and one more thing. I don't know that everybody knows this. I am a certified master life coach, and I put my life coaching courses inside the club at no additional cost. So you can get life coaching courses inside the Glitter and Grace Club. So it is phenomenal. The other thing you can find there is the Unbreakable Retreat. It is a one-day retreat that is happening in March of 2020. And finally, you can find out a little bit more about me if you're interested and buy my book there. So boom, scatteredsasha.com. scatteredsasha.com. Oh, I am speaking. I will be, here's where I'll be really quickly. I did write a book, Stephen. Hey, Michelle. I'll be in Charlotte as a guest speaker at Entrepreneur in the City on August 15th. I'll be the opening keynote speaker at the Fab Women Conference on September 13th in Richmond, Virginia. And then in September, I'll be in Denver, North Carolina as the featured speaker at the Women of West Lincoln. That's a small networking group on September 18th. So whoop, whoop, there we go. Listen to the podcast while I'm on hiatus. I like the word hiatus. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So back to our regularly scheduled programming. I only did like a 2 or 3 minute commercial. That was pretty good, huh? Anyway, so when we cleaned out the kitchen, we cleaned out the whole kitchen down to the studs. I mean, everything out. And Mac bought these giant totes. Okay, I'll just tell you, I went to Walmart and found the ones that were on sale for $2.97. Okay, they were pink. That was like a bonus. They had lids, and I'm like, $2.97. How many you got? I want them all. But no, my husband, I did buy like 4. That's all they had for $2.97. My husband, we go to Lowe's, and you know, Lowe's advertised some for $4.97. They were in the back of the store, and there was 2, and neither of them had lids. And that was a lot of trouble, apparently. So Mac goes over to the tote storage, and he just picks up the first ones that they have. The totes that he bought were heavy duty totes. They were like you could live in them. Okay. Um, they were they're the lids that you have to pry off, okay? And so we filled multiples up and they're stacked up in the living room. Well, I can't get one down to see what's in the other stuff because they're big totes with the lids that have locked on. So each evening I say, bring me a tote, man." Stephen says, "Pink totes, Lowe's totes are for real men." Absolutely. I said, "Bring me a tote," and hey, Brenda, he'll bring a tote, and I'll start unpacking it and start trying to figure out where the fire truck to put stuff because, oh my gosh, where do you put stuff when there's nothing in the cabinets? Like I found a pitcher today. I'm like, where are pictures going to go? I don't know where pictures are going to go. Where should we put pictures? I've moved the pot holders 3 times. Henry, is that a surprise? No. So I found an empty cabinet and I shoved a picture in it. So that's right, Whitney. Tote boy, bring me my totes. Linda, enjoy. So there's in this big cabinet, in this big 3 shelf cabinet that's very deep. There's one pitcher. It's the pitcher that I used to make tea in when I drank more tea. Um, so it's that kind of thing. I'm like, okay, and I broke a dish that was one of my favorites because of piling stuff in. Yeah, and then he brought a big old tote with wine glasses, and I'm like, "Take those back. We're not ready for those right now. I need a different tote. I need a tote that has plates in it and bowls." He was making something. He said, "Where's a colander?" I'm like, I don't have any idea where a colander is. I don't know. I know that's right, Jennifer. I don't know, Beth. I don't know where the colander is. I don't know where any of my baking dishes are. I have no clue where I couldn't find my little bowls to put leftovers in. Nope. Hey, Mickey, I'm glad you're back. Nope. No clue. No clue. So, like, bring me a tote. I'll do another one tomorrow. About one a night's about all I can. Is that's a lot of sorting and figuring, y'all. It's figuring. I got to figure out where to put it. And then I got to redecide where redecide is redecide a word? I don't know that redecide is a word. I have to redecide after I think about it a while and use it, and I go, well, that's not good. I need to move it. And y'all, we have moved Whiskey's food 4 times in the last 4 days. That poor dog, he's going around. Look, where's my food today? We have this kitchen island, and so Mac has put it on all 3 sides. And I'm like, you can't put his food there. It's in the way. So, well, maybe we'll put it on the other side of the island. No. Hey, Sheila. No. Oh, he's a toter, Stephen. Yeah. So I have found the perfect place for it, but it's filled with trim and stuff. So you're time to write my own dictionary, Whitney? I think so. I need to redecide. So I should write that down, Marilyn. I need to redecide. Is that not a word? What's the right word? I'm just a writer. What do you do? I'm a writer. I like to make up words in my stories. Yeah, Beth says she went out and bought new things so she didn't have to look in totes. I'm with you. I'm telling you, I want to go buy new pot holders and dish towels because I want them to match. I don't know what they're going to match. They're going to be gray and black and burgundy, I guess. And what do you say? It's not redesigned. Now I want to know. I need to think about. I don't know what to say. Anyway, okay. I like redecide. I think that should be a new word. I want new pot holders. Ours look like they've been used for 40 years. Hey, Jackie, do y'all's pot holders look like that? Because I'm hoping it's not just me. I do wash them. I mean, they get food on them, and I wash them, but they're just grungy. They're not dirty. Like they're not. They're clean. Reevaluate. That's a better word, Oprah, but I like redecide, rethink maybe. But the pot holders are just like, thank you, Susan. They're just like old. They're probably not. They're probably not that old, and they're just awful looking. So revise, rethink. I'm going with redecide, y'all. Don't y'all like redecide? It's a new word. Marilyn, you do that. Attribute me, please. So anyway, I want new pot holders. Oh, Beth, you bought skillets. We found the skillets. They were never far from us. Hey, Melissa. I know Linda says they get worn, and Jennifer says one of her pot holders melted and burned, and you still use it. I've got about 100. Oh, Stephen says he likes to think of his pot holders as classics. Classic pot holders. That's what I'm going to tell Mac. Our pot holders aren't old, they're classics. That's the ticket. They're classics. Oh, goodness. So I want to go to Walmart and buy them. And here's the other piece of the puzzle. You know, when you buy the pot holders and they're the dollar ones and they're thin, and you grab the pot by the handle or the thing in the oven, and you know, right right as you've picked it up and you're still transporting it from point A to point B, you realize that pot holder was only worth $1 because it's burning the fire truck out of your hand. And you're like, oh. But we don't throw those away right away. Oh no, we like to keep those. So we'll keep them in the rotation. So it's always a surprise when you pick up a pot holder to see if it's going to burn your hand before you lay down that pot. So yeah, I'm tossing them all. I am. I'm putting them all in the yard sale. They're going for a dime each. And that's right, Whitney. They're classic. That means they're more expensive. They're going to be, maybe they'll be a quarter. Stephen, I'm looking at it now. Okay, so I don't look at that camera. So there. I know I don't, because it's down here. And if I could figure out the logistics of having both cameras at the same height, I could. Anyway, it's because there's 2 people on YouTube and 68 on Facebook. So yeah, there you go. I'm buying all new 10 for $1. Jennifer says that's what I'm selling the pot holders for. 10 for $1. You have to take 10. They might burn your hand, but you can put 2 together. When they're a dime each, it's good. Oh yeah. And we had Beth says she has to buy new towels constantly. I just need new towels too. Oh my goodness. Oh, Katie, your daughter's Katie's here, Henry. Cool. The thin ones as coasters. Here's the other thing, y'all. Y'all think I'm stupid, but yeah, there we go. Hang on, I'm marking things off. So we have this. We have this granite countertops. Okay, we've never had granite countertops. They were wooden or formica or nothing fancy. I don't know what they were, but they weren't those things. Okay, they weren't like that. Well, they weren't whatever. So now we have granite countertops. We've had them for maybe a month, I guess, but we've just moved back into the kitchen the last couple of weeks. I am terrified that I'm going to break stuff on this countertop. I'm like laying stuff down like a glass. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, let me just lay this down gentle. So sometimes I'll put a towel down, and Mac's like, why are you putting the plates on a towel? I'm afraid. I'm afraid I'm going to break something. He said, it's a solid piece of rock, right? It's probably, hey, Katie, Henry's daughter, it's probably like, okay, if you break something, it might be the plate. I'm like, okay, I don't want to break the plate either. He said, but this is like a piece of rock. It's probably not going to break. I'm like, I just want to make sure, because if it could happen, I could break the granite. I mean, it could happen. It could happen. I could do it, right? I could do that. I'm thinking it could happen. Yeah. So those old cheap towels that are dirty, I'm going to cover my beautiful new granite countertop with old dirty towels. And that's what I'm going to put the plates on and the bowls on so nothing breaks. It's going to take me about 10 years to get used to all this. Oh my goodness. My goodness. That's okay. It's going to take 10 years for Mac to make that other countertop too. And the lights. He's going to make the lights one day soon. If we chip granite, it's chipped forever. See, Stephen, that's the thing. I don't want to take that chance. I know. I don't want to take that chance. Oh, so school has started for some of y'all. Somebody asked me if I was coming to Illinois. I don't have any plans right now. I forgot now who asked me that. I can only see 2 comments at a time. Just for y'all that are new. I keep hitting that. Don't maybe know. I can only, they roll. So I can see 2 comments at a time. So if there's other people, then I missed your comment. So I'm sorry. Where was I? School starts there. I think school started in Illinois already, or the Midwest. It starts here the 26th. Somebody told me it started for them in like the last week of July. I'm like, what? Is it year round? No, we've talked about this before. We are early June is when we get out. Hey, Anita, how are you? And we start late August. So it is, it's not about 3 more weeks. And I'll just tell y'all, oh, Marlene, that's so cute. You tell those boys, hey. So school starts in 3 weeks on the 26th of August. We have not done one single thing in preparation for school to start. Okay. We've not bought the first school supply, nor do we know where the stuff that was extra from last year might be, because since school has ended, we've cleaned out the whole. Oh yeah, it's just I don't have any idea. All of her stuff is in a tote somewhere that we can't get the lid off of. And we don't close shop for school until about October, because if I were to buy Tater clothes for winter now, she'd outgrown before October. She is major growth spurt. She is like, she has new tennis shoes, Marlene. You're right. We're good. Shorts and t-shirts and tennis shoes, and she's good. If she doesn't have PE first semester, then that means we will have to buy new ones when she does have PE, because her foot is going to grow. Do you know we bought her last year's tennis shoes, which were, I don't know when we bought them, but they were size 5, women's size 5. Okay. The ones I bought her in July were size 7.5. Now, here's the thing, y'all. Her foot grew 2.5 sizes in a few months. Okay. Maybe 6 months. That has to hurt. You think about that. I don't really, when I grow this way, it's not really painful. I think it's over a shorter period of time, I'm hoping. Anyway, her foot grew 2.5 sizes. And I think about that. That has to hurt. There has to be, no wonder she's tired. She's using all her energy to grow some bones, all of her bones. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm just telling you, it's crazy. So no, I don't buy winter clothes till like first frost. I'm like, you just wear shorts. You wear shorts until it's really cold, and then we'll go buy you pants. You just you don't need pants yet. You just wear shorts. You wear a dress with some stockings. She don't wear stockings or tights or whatever. She won't wear any of those things. She has sensory processing disorder, and she doesn't wear jeans, and she doesn't like leggings now. So she wears sweatpants. So that lets her wear them much longer because they're not as fitted. So yeah. Oh my goodness. But we're not no clothes shopping. Nope. I thought I wrote that down, but apparently I didn't. So there we go. Y'all, I ordered something today from Amazon. This is amazing. Kate, I'm using that excuse. She said maybe her bones are growing. That's why her stuff doesn't fit. Stephen, I don't know that we're doing track. She's in chorus this year, and I'm better with that than track. So I ordered something on Amazon today. I like Amazon, y'all. It's going to be here tomorrow. Ain't that crazy? I don't live in some big suburban city. Is that the right thing? I don't live in some big city. Let's just leave out the word suburban. I won't get confused by that, or like Escalade or Tahoe. People that are car people will know where I was going with that one. Anyway, I live out in the sticks. Okay. This is a hair product, and they're going to have it to me tomorrow. I'm like, dang. You people are amazing. No wonder you're taking over the world. You should take over the world. Wow. I mean, first of all, it was half price. Second, I have excuse me. Oh, I live in a rural city. I live in, it's not a city, Stephen. It's the town limits. Town limits. We don't have no city here. We in the town, and the town is like this big, and I live right here. Anyway, what did I buy? Somebody said, what do I buy? I need to put it on the website. Hang on, I can tell you. I know the answer. I don't know the answer. It's something manipulator. It's blue, and it's a gel to make my hair do this. Bed head, maybe. I just can't remember. And it's something manipulator. I'll let you know. Okay, I will get that link and tell you there. Anyway, so it'll show up tomorrow. Hey Tamara, I just was amazed. Oh yay, Henry. Did you like the pants? Hicksville. Opus says Hicksville. Yeah. We don't have a stoplight here. Okay. We have stop signs, but no stoplight. I do live by the railroad tracks, and in the town limits, which I am in, there's a post office, there's a Dollar General, otherwise known as our mall. There's a fire station. Hang on, I'm thinking in the town limits. Um, there's a car lot that has two cars on it. I'm thinking, I know, Kate, work with me here. I'm trying to think what else is right here in the town limit. There's a furniture store, and that might be it. Trying to think right there in the town. Yep, that's a car wash. And maybe no, the insurance guy moved. He moved to the town. He moved to the bigger city up the road. Lots and lots of churches, though, Stephen. Yeah, we have one. We have one like adjacent to our property, and one on the corner, and one on the other corner. So yeah, we very tiny town. We do not have any stop lights. There's town hall. We have a town hall. We do. I've not been in it in like 4 years, but that's okay. Gas stations, there's one, Melissa, one gas station. Now, for clarifying, we are very close to a much bigger town. It has stoplights and a CVS and a Walgreens and like real places in this town that is adjacent to our town. So I can get gas and food like pretty close, like 5 miles. But yeah, our town limits got nothing. I do have a fire station. You're right, Stephen. But what I mostly have is firemen that are volunteer firemen that all know me and Daddy. So yeah, I don't have any idea. Oh, I know. I was talking about Amazon. So it's coming tomorrow. I ordered it today, and it's coming tomorrow. That's just amazing to me. And it's not by a drone. I want something to be dropped by a drone. My luck, it'll be like something that's breakable. I'm like, here's your drone tester. I'm like, no, I wanted something else. No grocery store, Amelia, not in our town. Nope. I am a tiny dot on a road map. My firemen, yeah. I got friends that are firemen, and they're good to know. And that's funny. Kate says, post office, all the little towns, we don't have any bars either, Melissa. All the little towns, like every town that's like here, then they're like 5 miles apart, sort of, kind of. Each of them have a post office. But Hickory, which is the big town, has one. It's insane. I got probably 10 post offices, if I had to think through it, probably within 10 miles. Maybe. That may be a little bit of a stretch, 20. But anyway, yeah, it's amazing. Tamara says she has a city hall, a DMV, a dollar store, a Safeway market, and no coffee. I got to go to the Opus says so small you can't even hide in your own backyard. Yeah, it's pretty small. It's pretty small. I was trying to think what else we had here, and I got nothing. Yeah, I'm visually going down the road, and nope, that's it. Lots of churches. No liquor here, no bars. There's nope. There'd be no alcohol. Not here. It is a dry county, which means there's no alcohol, but there are cities that's right, Henry. There are cities in the county which have alcohol by the drink in the liquor stores. So you can go to some of the restaurants and get a beer or wine or a mixed drink, but the county itself is dry, and our town is certainly dry. No, Robin. Our town has 0 restaurants, but there's a McDonald's maybe 5 miles away, and a Taco Bell, and a couple of pizza places and a barbecue place or 2. But that's it. Small town living. Now I can drive about 15 miles and get just about all the chains are there, and we got a mall about 15 miles away. Big super Walmart, the whole bit. We're like in the big town about 15 miles away, which is okay. Which is when I go to the doctor, or I got to go to town. I do have great hillbilly fries. They're not even in my county. The taco place we go to is not in our town. It's the next town over. Yeah. Henry, take them off, girlfriend. She said she was losing those pants. I can get alcohol at Mac's Pub. I know. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, let's see. One more. Oh gosh, it's 9:56. I must talk faster. Jerry says you don't even have a post office. Yeah, we do have a post office. Where did I go to get my book published? Online, Melissa. I did it all online. I should know the name of the publisher. I can't remember the name of it, but I did everything online. Yep, absolutely. And it was wonderful that I could do that. So, funny story. We all love the internet. It allows us to all be together right here, right now, and it's a beautiful thing. But I, sitting there with my laptop in my lap yesterday, this is where it went bad. Okay. Um, I love it, Denise. Yes. Uh, so we were watching, no, we weren't even watching this movie. Mac was doing the inevitable search for something to watch. You got all these channels, and he's just searching through. And Miss Congeniality flashed up as sidebar. I'm wrong. Back up. He was watching Star Trek. Erase. Okay. He was watching Star Trek. William Shatner, Star Trek. Okay. So my brain, this is how my brain goes. I said, I just watched him in Miss Congeniality the other day. And Mac's like, what? James Kirk was in Miss Congeniality? Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was in Miss Congeniality. And so then we get to that point, and he's like, no, he wasn't. Yes, he was. No, he wasn't. Yes, he was. Ha! Yes, he was. So I get my laptop. Hey, Jackie. And I just, Miss Congeniality. And who is it starring? Sandra Bullock. What's the woman? Candice Bergen. James Kirk, what's his name? I forget in real life what's his name right now. I can't say it. But I'm like, see, he was in there. So I have my laptop. Okay. And I said, man, that movie was made in 2000. And I'm looking at the people, and I click on the button that says Sandra Bullock because I wanted to know how old she was now because, 2000 is 19 years ago. Wow. So I click on Sandra Bullock. I find out that she's 55 and that she's got 2 kids and she's dating this new guy. And then William Shatner, thank you. And then this is what happens, y'all. It's like a rabbit hole. Then I saw something pop up that said, you won't believe how these celebrities look today. And I'm like, well, I might believe it. Let me just go look. They still look great, people, because people age. And then another caption said, what really happened to somebody from some show. And I clicked on that, and I'm just like, it's like this rabbit hole sucking me. It was crazy town. So I keep looking and I keep looking. And finally, about 30 minutes in, it's like, you won't believe, the same article. I mean, these other articles, you won't believe how many kids this celebrity has. And I finished and I told my husband, I told Mac, I said, 1 minute, I'm looking up to prove to you that William Shatner is in Miss Congeniality. And I'm looking to see how old Sandra Bullock is. 30 minutes later, I know that Mel Gibson has 8 kids. Okay. That is totally useless information to me. So yeah, that's what happens when I need to stay off Google. That's what happens in Pinterest too. I start looking at things I'm never going to make and decorations I'm never going to have. And hey, Terry, I'm getting ready to be done. And houses I'm never going to live in. That's what happens on Pinterest too. I just get deeper and deeper. Oh, look at this recipe. Oh, look at this recipe. Oh, we could make this. This sounds good. And Max just glazing over like, what? What? Yeah, I know, it's crazy. So there we go. I didn't even get to everything. Shocking. I know. I did remember Whitney. I got my new phone, y'all. I have not used it yet. My old one's laying in the floor. They sent me directions to get my information from the old phone that's not working to the new phone, but it was in a foreign language. Do you know what language it was in? It was in tech. It was tech language. I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about. To click where and do what? So it is, Melissa. I got to hurry. I need to look hard at the directions. I need to concentrate on the directions. Okay, and that's the hard part. I need to I need to focus with no interruptions, with no texts from daddy, no random phone calls from daddy. Daddy calls me probably 10 times a day by accident. So then I have to go over and say, "Are you okay?" Tater can't be pecking me on the shoulder, asking me things. I've got to really concentrate on these directions from one phone to the other. And then they say, if you need help, click this link. I'm like, oh, because that's going to be a lot longer. Yes, there we go. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Another show. Oh, Patty, that is weird. That is so weird. She says, as soon as my show is over, these ads for pimple poppers pop up. That's just weird. So, y'all, the 149th show of the Scattered Sasha Show, the 149th episode of the Scattered Sasha Show is in the bag. Thank y'all for being here. You look wonderful. Keep being fabulous. No show tomorrow because I'm sleeping in for a hot minute, like till 7-ish. And Daddy's got physical therapy tomorrow. It's another day, just like everyone else. Love you guys bunches. Have a glorious, glorious tomorrow. I will catch y'all back on Thursday. Love you bunches. Bye. Which one should I stop first? Let me see. Hold on a minute. Everybody just keep talking. I am going to turn on the music, and then I'm going to turn off the stuff and say goodbye.